when you look at this chart here, for example, about food preparation and about all the other things like construction and cleaning and driving, yeah, a lot of that will be automated, and it's quite clear as we're moving into the future, many jobs will change forever. But on the other hand, when we look at this chart, we can say, well, the commodity tasks, if they end, it doesn't mean that we're going to be left out of a job. We're just going to move up to other tasks. And if you're 90% commodity, yeah, that is probably going to be the end of that particular job. And that's not really new in history, but it's more extreme now, and that causes a lot of people to worry about what's happening here. And I think it's really important that we look at charts like this, where there's some creation of jobs, for example, in health, scientific, and communications, as you can see here. This is from McKinsey, I think, this chart. And on the bottom left, the manufacturing, financial services, transportation, public administration, that's going to be decreasing. So it's kind of a trade-off between the two. And I think really what it comes down to is what I call the human-only jobs, the jobs that only humans can do. And that part of it, I think, is really interesting to look at, because basically human intelligence is not like artificial intelligence and vice versa. And I wouldn't want it to be. I think AI is really is a misnomer. I prefer to use intelligent assistance, IA, right? Because it's really what machines are doing. It's about them being convenient and also competent rather than conscious, right? And so very important to realize that machines have this great ability to decide between yes and no, binary ways of looking at life. And humans don't do that. For us, life isn't yes or no. Very few things in our life are binary. Relationships aren't binary, yes or no. Again, like I'd like to say, didn't marry a husband or your wife because they're efficient, or, they can say yes or no. It's because of all the other things in between. Right? So as we move into that future, this is really what makes us, right? It's the things that aren't binary. I call them the androrithms, the human things. Emotions, creativity, imagination. And I tell you, this is so important. This is what our kids need to learn. Ethics, consciousness, values, compassion. And that is what sets them apart. And that is why we shouldn't let our kids play in VR or on the iPad forever. We should teach them how to go to the beach and make a sand castle, or fight something out. But the bottom line really is, whatever is easy for a human is hard for a machine, and vice versa. This is the Moravec paradox, right? Like imagination. Can we have a machine that has imagination? We can have a machine that can fake imagination and write fake songs, right? I think David Byrne once said, a machine can write good music, but it can never write great music. And I would tend to agree with this. Imagination is what it's all about. I love this picture here with the whale, right? I mean, just imagining what things could be, and dreaming about stuff and coming up with things and doing things that machines can't perceive because they don't exist. Right? Great quote here from C.K. Prahabhat, who was an Indian philosopher and businessman and educator. Imagining the future may be more important than analyzing the past. Companies today are no longer resource bound, they're imagination bound. And I think, I'm not sure he's still alive, but he wrote this when he was something like 80. So very important to be imagination bound. That is kind of where our future lies in terms of work, to go beyond this. And also really important to realize that machines are very good at this, but really amazing processing power, limitless processing power, supercomputing does not equal holistic intelligence. In fact, it doesn't equal intelligence at all. And purely intelligent beings, as many people have said, philosophers, can be terrible rulers. So processing power does not equal intelligence or smartness. I think we're going to see millions of jobs between HI and AI. Or call it HI, human intelligence, and IA, intelligent assistance. And there's going to be lots of interface and design issues and clarification and ethical things and safeguarding and control. Millions of new jobs I see there.